blow your mind.
Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. Run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Hey, I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Let's go now. Pittsburgh.
They'll run on first down. Campbell. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues,
and I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another 1st down run right there.
They'll run with the big man Campbell. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
58 to Mike. Ready?
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DJ Chark, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready! 30 base. Topper!
Miller now on 1st and 10. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
On the set.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check 26. He's coming. Deep rip.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Miller looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
A gain of 12. First down, Kansas City.
Here we go.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Miller off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they'll take a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And going deep for Hill. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
Their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not in it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, Campbell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a DN, when you play the run, you don't always have to make the tackle. Just have to use the right technique to make sure the play goes where you want it to. And in this case, did an excellent job stringing this one out and making the tackle at the end of it.
And for a loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Taken down. Back at his own 7. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's the Jets punter now. These two teams all tied after 1. Here's the Jets punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Watch out for Hill on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Let's get it.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Miller. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And an alley to run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the run is Campbell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check. Switch gears. Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Whip.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Set, ready. 6 yards. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Jackson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, Mike's 50. Down to lose 1. Hey, 2. 50's the mark. Woo-hoo. Ready.
Now Miller going to throw again. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
Back to throw. Miller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. I know he ain't got it. Mike's 50. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Go. Mike 50. Get it.
Miller now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7.
Keep playing.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll hand this to Campbell, running right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Set, 8, read.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and long. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now Jackson. Campbell making the catch. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Campbell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
This is Geis. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these...
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Go. Go. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Check. What is it?
From the gun, Jackson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This fielded at the 2. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
Crunch time, defense.
From the gun. Jackson is going to let this one go deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Hill on the return. Hill shedding the tackle. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
I got it. 6-6. Pull it high. 10, under 10, now.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He gets away from one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Ready up.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Miller. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, they run with Campbell. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
The Jets on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Jackson operating from the gun. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back of the 29. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run the counter. It's Campbell. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'd be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Second down and goal. Jackson buying time, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 37-yard line.
Ready? Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, let's get this.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. On third down, Swift. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Go. 30 base. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I'm coming after you. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Oh, he breaks another. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say